What's up guys, Cody here with some Grid 2 online playlist gameplay. I've had this actually sitting on my laptop for about, I don't know, 2 weeks now, and figured this would be a good opportunity to put it up. And, you know, we're just not going to deal with anything. We're just going to jump straight into Tier 4 online, full lobby. Well, I think it's actually only 11 people, but still. Just have it be utter chaos right from the get-go. Actually, no, never mind, it was a full lobby. Gotta love how much I actually remember this. Alright, so here we go. Ready for the start. 3, 2, 1. And we're away. And yeah, I'm a bit of a super sweaty here. I've got a fully modded Koenigsegg level 30. And I've passed like 8 cars before the first corner. I broke in late. Don't know if I've taken out that McLaren that was trying to brake for turn 1. I don't think there was any contact. But yeah, this obviously it's a bit difficult to play this game cleanly. But still works out for me, because I've gotten all the way from 9th to 1st in one corner. And here I am being a bit of an idiot. This car actually is kind of difficult to drive, but that's no excuse for me. I should know how to drive it. So here we go. There's a guy here that is just in a stock McLaren. He's actually giving me a bit of a fit. I get the back end out to try to get it to turn and actually let him through into first place. And I think it's actually kind of embarrassing because this Koenigsegg is so much faster than everything else. I should definitely not be losing to someone. So I dive it up the inside here and hoping, and yeah, that was just a failed attempt completely. This is actually one of the starter track, so there's like no braking markers or anything. So that was just a complete fail on my part. And he's hit the wall, and I thought he was going to spin out, and I think I did a bit of a tail whip on him there. Didn't mean to do that, but if that guy sees the video, I do apologize. Didn't mean to do it, but yeah, so that's given me a little bit of clean air. I think he must have used a flashback, because if you look on the map there, he's actually still right behind me. So now I'm sort of getting into the rhythm of driving this car. Like I said, it is just it's such a monster. It requires so much finesse. So yeah, you can see there's just body panels laying all over the place. I don't even know what's happening since I'm miles in front of the rest of the field. Actually, both of us here in first and second. There's no idea. I have no idea what's going on. Later or further back in the pack. But yeah, I probably should have skipped ahead here. This isn't exactly an entertaining race, but yeah, I'm just making mistakes over and over again, just hitting walls. And I was actually trying to sort of drive slowly in order not to make mistakes, and I probably shouldn't bother doing that. I'm just bouncing off walls down straightaways. And actually, the funny thing is, I think this car has one of my friends, he actually said that the Koenigsegg pulls down the straightaways, and I thought, oh no, it's just rubbish. That's not true. And I actually found out that just the more I played this or drove with this car on single player and multiplayer, I noticed that if you just nudge a wall a little bit, sort of like that, and as soon as you nudge it and you go down a straightaway, it's almost like you lose performance and you lose the ability for the car to drive down. It's like it knocks the toe out or something. But this is in a public room where there's like no damage, no terminal damage or suspension damage, so it's a bit odd why the car would pull like that. So yeah, take the win there by about, what was that? Yeah, 6 seconds across the line from second, and he did a really good job. Just shout out to that guy. He's in a stock McLaren MP4, and he finished miles ahead of a couple other people that were in Koenigsegg. So yeah, gonna go skip ahead to the next race here. It's Tier 2 around the Indy. I want to say it's a sport track, but don't take my word on it. I have no idea. And I'm in my favorite car, the beastly Mercedes C63 AMG, or as I like to call it, the Jeremy Clarkson mobile. So here we go with the countdown, and we're away. Chevy Cruze here in front of me doesn't get a great run. I had to lift the throttle a little bit. Was thinking of going down the inside, but I figured, nah, it's just going to result in a crash. So I backed out, just sort of see if I can pick my way through the field here in the first couple of corners. And everything's going off in front of me, and there's someone in the wall, a couple of cars spinning. That did not take very long for that to happen. So I'm already up to P6. Got into that corner there. This track is honestly not very good for online racing. And a couple of these guys, Sylvia there, he stopped in the middle of the track. The first corner, or I guess it's really the third corner, but the first corner you got to brake for is like a very wide track going from the oval onto the road course portion. It's almost like a U-turn hairpin, and it's just not, it does not mix well on this game at all. Yeah, I'm up the inside of a Gulf there, up to P4, P5, run wide on that corner there just to give room for the other guy. and now I've caught up to, I think, another Chevy Cruze. And I was thinking of going to the outside. I've gone to the inside, broke really late, a little bit of contact. Don't think there was much that forced him wide there, but I don't think he was very happy with me, and he threw it up the inside at that hairpin, and I think he got a corner cut for it as I passed the Beamer around the outside at the final corner. So yeah, I mean, it was fairly clean first lap, and I'm all the way up to second. And the funny thing is, this lobby I was in, it was kind of a shocker to me. I mean, yeah, there was a crash right here on the first lap, but this lobby was actually fairly clean, as I'm not sure what the hell this guy here in this Golf is doing. He's sparking and sliding and veering all over the road. As I dive in a little bit there, I was expecting the car to drift, but I just gave him a little bit of a nudge turning in there to the apex. So yeah, I thought he had a run on me, gave him some room down the inside into that corner, but he backed out of it and let me through, which is nice because, yeah, he could have instantly repaid the favor there and gave me a little, or ran me wide, gave me a little tap and took in first place back. So yeah, already have quite a big gap, and I said, screw it, you know what, just skip to the end, because nothing happened on the final lap, and you'll see here I actually pull a massive gap. Yeah, it's a 10-second gap in just one lap to second place. So yeah, it's the thing with this game is I found a couple of people that were fairly quick, but yeah, it was difficult finding people that were actually competitive in like every car series. You'd have a lot of people in Tier 1 that were quick, but people weren't really consistent across all the cars. So here we're just gonna go right back into Tier 4. So we've gone from Tier 4 to Tier 2. Now we're back, and this is a terrible, terrible track to race on Tier 4. And I said, you know what? Screw this. I'm starting 9th, but you know what? I'm just gonna pull over here at the start and just let these guys just completely destroy each other at the first corner. There is no reason for me to get involved. See, I've backed out, and there's a Bugatti spinning through the air, and I think a Koenigsegg there on the right just did a barrel roll. Not exactly sure. It's just utter smoke and sparks, and somehow I'm up to P7. His hair, the two level 30 Koenigsegg's are splitting the Merc there. I sort of went across the track, didn't mean to. Don't know if I took the Merc out or not, and here I am just driving like an absolute moron into the wall. There's an SLS on my outside. As he goes, doesn't even brake for the corner, and I get collected in his wreck and smash across the track. I'm not exactly making much progress here. As that guy again runs into the wall, so I throw it up the inside. I do brake for the corner, but I think he did not realize I was there, and then I run straight into the back of that guy and spin. And there's another SLS, someone doing a barrel roll off the rock there. That's just a common occurrence, honestly, in this game. It's quite funny. So yeah, now I'm in P4, still about half the track to go, and I absolutely bottle it. And bottle it again. What the hell am I doing, honestly? That was a foil. That's just, I failed completely in that. So I got a big run on this guy here, but this is kind of a narrow section. I remember it from the first grid. And he has done it and hit the guardrail, barrel rolled. God knows, I think he must have used a flashback, and there's guys in front of me using flashbacks, and I've got put off by that, and I'm into the wall. But I'm still P4, not doing too bad. As I go into this right-hander, and I've done exactly what the cars in front of me have done, flying into the wall. And I think they all used flashbacks, so I'm still P4. Coming into the final portion of the track now is a couple of downhill hairpins into the final bit, and these guy runs wide in SLS and the Koenigsegg, they come together and they run into the wall. The guy's up on his side, and I somehow get through into P2, and I was thinking the guy was going to dive bomb me there. Just got away with it. And if you look there, the guy in first place is way up the road. I think it's actually that guy in the McLaren MP4 who is just trouncing people in a standard car. Give kudos to that guy as I lose the back end yet again, and the guy behind me follows suit. And yes, I was right. The guy in the stock McLaren MP412C GT3 is destroying people in cars that are 20 seconds a lap faster. So, yeah, those races are really fun, guys. I'm going to have probably a part 2 coming out pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. Until next time, Cody up.